during the summers, we normally come out here and race. We do construct race cars in our valley. There's a pretty good racing community in our valley, but the normal is about 4 hours in between racetracks, especially where we're located, either north or going east in Arizona. So normally we're always traveling, and so when we come out here, you can run multiple days, within an hour between each track. Like last night, we were down in Shelby County. Coming up here is 2 hours. Do half of it one night, half of it the next day. It's not too bad. We mainly follow USMTS. We've been trying to, grow and get into that series. They go anywhere from Oklahoma all the way to Minnesota. My dad started racing, and when he started racing, I was helping him. And then once we started going from there, then it was kind of learning how to build the cars, help him with them. And then I got more and more into it, and we both were racing, actually traveling and racing. And then he just decided, he's like, if I just help you, we'll have more funding if we just have one car. So he was nice enough to not race, so to speak, and then, let me go and run. And so we've slowly grown the business, and a pretty decent sized business. We probably have around 35, 40 cars. That's not approximate, but we're trying to race year round. Usually, December's we take off. Obviously, there's a lot of holidays there and family, but we've pretty much built the company from scratch. So a lot of people may have absorbed from another company or whatever. We've done everything from the bottom and worked our way up, trying to build it. So it's pretty important to me and my family to do well. We're not an unlimited budget team, but we work pretty hard with the other businesses that we have in order to help me come out here and do this. So we always try and run the best. We drive IMCA modifieds, and then we also drive USMTS, USRA modifieds. They're a little bit more unrestricted, so to speak, different tire, different rules. We also build Northern Sport mods. We built a couple of hobby stocks and some stock cars, but we generally stick with the modifieds and Northern Sport mods because I would say that's our specialty more than less, because the two cars are kind of based off of each other closely on notes, so we've had good success with it, and we're not trying to grow extremely large, but we like helping people. We like helping people get fast. There's a lot of good camaraderie. My wife and my kids are extremely supportive. My parents, my grandparents. There's a lot of people. My crew chief Rob. We got hooked up it was the last year. I think it's about a year and a half since he started working with me. Got another good family friend, Chris Toth, at home. He runs one of our other our Northern Sport mods, and it's pretty important to run well, but it's also important, I think, to try and present the best image that you can to people, because this is something I think a lot of people really underestimate how much talent there is in this kind of an arena. And we work really hard. We spend a pretty good amount of money on these vehicles to go out and compete with each other, and so it's very rewarding when you run well. I've raced here I think twice, one special and then one weekly event. Facility is pretty cool. The grandstands are ginormous. I mean, they're as big. I mean, it looks like this is a horse race track, not a circle track, but it's a really cool place. The track's a little different. It's been different every time I've been here, so I don't really know what to expect today. We'll just kind of see. I know that with this weather, I hope they get some sort of fan count. I'm sure it'll be tough. There's no way to predict the weather, so mainly we like the drier tracks. I think they're a little bit easier to be more competitive. Last night got a little too dry and it rubbered, so the kind of like driving on asphalt, so to speak, there. But it's nice to have a competitive track. So there's a lot of scenarios though where you got to make the most out of what you got. But we've been doing pretty well. We've been traveling a lot with a lot of pretty good competition. So wins don't come like you want them to, but you still have a better knowledge base of your car, and I think sometimes you want to gather a bunch of trophies and get a bunch of money, but sometimes getting the knowledge is almost I want to say it's as an equal as a reward, but it enables you to run better, longer. I just kind of landed on it, I guess. It's really hard to tell. I just thought 19 would be cool, so I kind of stuck with it and went from there. Our main goal right now is we want to obviously win races. We want to run a lot better with that USMTS, with that organization. Pretty much try and get as far up the points as we can. We started kind of late in the year, so we didn't hit all the races, but the way that they have their stuff structured, it's pretty cool. I just thank my wife and my kids, my sponsors, everybody that helps me on the car, and people of Iowa. Really, it's pretty welcoming state. It's pretty nice.